I found a tube of lubricant under my wife's car seat. I didn't scream or confront her. I went to Home Depot, bought industrial construction adhesive in the exact same tube, and switched them. 48 hours later, 3 firefighters needed bolt cutters and acetone to separate her from her personal trainer. The neighbors called 911 at 2 a.m. because of the screaming. My wife Sarah now faces felony embezzlement charges, insurance fraud, and what her desperate lawyer calls misunderstandings. But before I tell you what I said when I walked into that hospital room with 4 years of evidence, you need to understand who I really am. My grandfather built a telecommunications empire and sold it for $40 million in 1998. Before he died, he left me a voicemail. Character shows when no one important is watching. Live simply. Test authentically. The people who love you for your beat-up car are the only ones worth keeping. I'm 34. I founded Streamline Core, a healthcare data infrastructure company. I hold 2 patents that Fortune 500 companies license for $40,000 monthly each. My actual income? $65,000 per month. My bank account has $2.3 million in it. Sarah thought I made $50,000 yearly and was barely surviving. So here's my question before I tell you this story. If someone was bleeding you dry financially while cheating on you, would you confront them immediately or do what I did, gather evidence and watch them destroy themselves? Drop a comment because I genuinely want to know if I'm the only one calculated enough to play the long game. I drive a 2008 Honda Civic with 200,000 miles. I buy jeans at Costco. I cut my own hair. I live in a small apartment where my car doesn't stand out. Sarah thought she'd married a struggling freelance consultant. We met 4 years ago when I spilled coffee on her laptop. I bought her a replacement, nothing fancy, just a solid Dell for $800. She seemed so grateful. Most guys would just apologize, she said. You actually fixed it. I thought I'd found someone real. We married 18 months later. Small courthouse ceremony, 20 people, a weekend at a bed and breakfast for $300. Sarah said it was exactly what she wanted. Intimate. Meaningful. I believed her. 8 months in, the first crack appeared. Target, Sunday afternoon, buying bathroom supplies. Sarah picked up expensive lavender body wash, saw the price, and put it back like it burned her. Grabbed the $3 store brand instead. Get the nice one, I said. No, this is fine. We need to be smart. Her voice had an edge. Her hand shook. Her eyes flicked to me checking if I'd noticed her wanting something she thought we couldn't afford. Not grateful, resentful. 3 weeks later, bigger crack. I came home early and found her crying. Real tears, mascara running. My mom needs surgery. Insurance won't cover it. She needs $5,000 by Friday or they'll cancel. I transferred the money immediately. She hugged me tight. You're too good to me. I don't deserve you. That phrase stuck. Not, thank you. Not, I'm grateful. I don't deserve you. Like a fact she'd accepted. Thanksgiving with her family, third crack. Her sister mentioned Sarah's gym membership casually. How's that fancy place downtown? The one with the pool? So expensive. Sarah's face went blank for half a second. Then she laughed. Corporate discount. Basically free, like $20 monthly. I'd seen our credit card statement 3 days earlier. That gym cost $240 monthly. She'd told me she was jogging in the park because memberships were wasteful. The lubricant was the fourth crack that shattered everything. Saturday morning, I was detailing her car. Vacuuming, trying to be helpful. Pulled the passenger seat forward and found a CVS bag shoved underneath. KY warming lubricant, still sealed. Receipt dated Thursday, November 7th. 2:15 p.m. That Thursday at 2:15, Sarah told me she was at a client meeting. Texted at 3:30 saying it went great. I sat in her car holding that receipt for 10 minutes. Then I put everything back exactly where I found it. That night, while she slept, I lay awake replaying our marriage with new context. The gym she lied about. The body wash she wouldn't buy. The corporate discount that didn't exist. The way she'd been dressing nicer, wearing unfamiliar perfume, having late client meetings every Tuesday and Thursday. The $5,000 for her mom's surgery I'd never verified. Monday morning, I called her mother. Friendly check-in. How's your health? Her mom was fine. Confused. No surgery. No insurance issues. Perfectly healthy except some arthritis. I hung up and felt something cold settle where my heart used to be. That's when I went to Home Depot. Found industrial Gorilla Glue in a tube, exact same size and color as KY lubricant. Bought it. Went home. Made the switch Tuesday while Sarah was at work. Put the adhesive tube in the exact spot under her seat. Thursday evening, Sarah kissed me goodbye. Late client dinner. Don't wait up. Home around 11. Love you, I said, meaning it less than ever. I ordered Thai food and watched Shawshank Redemption. At 1:45 a.m., my phone rang. Unknown number. Is this Sarah Morrison's husband? This is Memorial Hospital. Your wife was brought in tonight. There's been an incident involving the fire department. I drove there doing exactly the speed limit. The ER nurse looked traumatized. Your wife and a gentleman are in exam room 4. The fire department was involved. They're asking for you. I found them behind a curtain. Sarah on one bed, crying, covered in a gown. On the other bed, a guy I'd never seen. Early 30s, expensive haircut, also crying. A doctor stood between them looking exhausted. Mr. Morrison, I'm Dr. Patterson. Your wife and Mr. Chen experienced an adhesive bonding incident. We've separated them using acetone and mechanical removal. Adhesive bonding incident, I repeated. Baby. Sarah sobbed. This isn't what it looks like. I looked at the guy. What's your name? Marcus Chen. I'm so sorry, I didn't know she was married. What do you do, Marcus? Personal trainer. At Elevation Fitness downtown. The gym. The $240 monthly gym she'd lied about. How long have you been fucking my wife? About 8 months. Sarah made a wounded sound. We were just working out and things happened. Using the lubricant you bought Thursday at CVS when you were supposedly at a client meeting? Her face went white. How did you? I detailed your car Saturday. Found the tube and receipt. So I switched it Monday with industrial construction adhesive. Bonds permanently to any surface. 12-hour cure time. Marcus looked like he'd vomit. You knew, Sarah whispered. Since Saturday. I suspected. Thursday confirmed it when you lied about dinner. I pulled out my phone. But the affair is the least interesting part. What got my attention was the money. Her eyes widened. Our joint account loses $3,000 monthly. Has for 2 years. Small transfers, nothing triggering alerts. Adds up to $72,000 total. I showed her screenshots. You opened a separate account at Pacific Coast Credit Union. Been moving money from our joint account, which only I fund, into your personal account. Then investing it. You've turned $72,000 into $94,000. Good stock picks, honestly. That money is mine, she said, voice shaking. You stole it. That's embezzlement. Felony in California. I swiped to the next screenshot. And the $5,000 for your mom? I called her. She's fine. Where'd that money go? Breast augmentation, Marcus whispered. She said she'd saved for it herself. I looked at Sarah. You stole $5,000 from me for surgery to impress your affair partner. That's impressive commitment to deception. I showed her my real bank statement. Balance, $2,347,000. I'm not a struggling consultant. I'm CEO of Streamline Core. I make $65,000 monthly. Hold 2 patents. My car's old because I like it. My apartment's small because it's enough. I've been living simply on purpose because my grandfather taught me that character reveals itself when no one important is watching. Her mouth opened silently. I've been watching you for 4 years. How you treated waitstaff. How you talked about people making less money than you thought I did. How you cringed when I suggested eating at home. You got that gym and lied because you were ashamed I wouldn't pay for expensive things, except I would have. You just never asked because you decided I was worthless. I pulled up more evidence. I hired a private investigator in September. You've been seeing Marcus on Tuesdays. Meeting another man, older, expensive suit, at hotels on Wednesdays. Your dating app profiles never got deleted. Still active on Bumble, Tinder, Hinge. You've met at least 4 other men this year. Marcus looked destroyed. I've already filed for divorce. Already reported the embezzlement, the detectives in the waiting room. Already frozen our joint account. Already sent evidence to your employer about using client meetings to cover affairs. Already contacted the credit union about your fraudulent account. You can't do this. Already did. We have a prenup that invalidates asset claims if infidelity is proven with evidence. You get nothing except maybe a criminal record and the $94,000 you stole, which you'll pay back as restitution. I walked to the door. Marcus, get tested. She's been with at least 3 other guys. Stay healthy. The next morning, I converted my spare bedroom into a command center. Cleared the guest bed, set up a folding table, started organizing 4 years of documents. I printed every bank statement from our joint account. 4 years of monthly statements. Spread them chronologically across the table. Yellow highlighter for every suspicious withdrawal. Pink sticky notes with dates and Sarah's excuses. Tuesday, March 15, 2022, $3,000 withdrawal. Sarah's calendar, quarterly review with Johnson and Partners. Investigators' photos, Sarah entering Marcus's apartment at 2:30 p.m., leaving at 6:15 p.m. I documented each discrepancy in a spiral notebook. 3 columns: date, claimed activity, actual activity. Pattern obvious within an hour. Every Tuesday and Thursday for 8 months. I pulled the Pacific Coast Credit Union statements. Sarah opened that account 3 days after our wedding using our joint account for initial deposit. Should have required my signature. Didn't have one. I photographed the forged signature. Compared it to my real signature on our marriage license, mortgage, tax returns. Not even close. Identity fraud on top of embezzlement. I created a spreadsheet tracking every transfer. $72,000 over 48 months equals exactly $1,500 monthly. She'd calculated a sustainable theft rate. Almost worked. Then tracked her investments. Vanguard account showed moderately aggressive growth strategy. She'd beaten the market by 2%. If she'd used her own money, I'd be impressed. I printed everything, stapled credit union statements to Vanguard statements, highlighted returns in green. Premeditated financial crime with long-term strategy. Next came dating apps. I created burner accounts, searched Sarah's parameters, found her profiles in 20 minutes. Each claimed she was divorced. Each used photos from vacations I'd paid for. Each described her as starting over and looking for genuine connection. I screenshot everything. One guy, David, a cardiologist, their messages went back 11 months. Planning dates, weekend trips. My wall filled with printouts organized by category: financial crimes, left, relationship infidelity, center, legal documents, right. Red string connected related items, transfer dates to dating conversations, withdrawals to investigator photos of Sarah entering hotels. It looked like a detective movie. It was building a prosecution. My investigator Rita called. Sarah's been claiming overtime for Tuesday and Thursday evenings when she was with Marcus. Getting time and a half for hours she wasn't working. Time card fraud. Probably $15,000 to $20,000 over a year. Rita paused. Also, Sarah's been accessing her company's client database, sharing information with an outside consultant named Tom Bradshaw. They're planning to steal clients and start a competing firm. I added corporate crimes to my wall. How many laws has she broken? Embezzlement, identity fraud, time card fraud, corporate espionage, adultery affecting divorce, probably tax fraud. 6 to 8 felonies depending how the DA prosecutes. I called my attorney Marcus Webb. I need you to destroy someone legally and completely. He listened 45 minutes. I've practiced family law 23 years. Never seen anything this comprehensive. She's handed you a masterclass in losing everything. Criminal charges? Absolutely for embezzlement and identity fraud. Time card fraud is her employer's call, but we'll pressure them. Corporate espionage depends on her contract. Tax fraud, if she claimed investment income without reporting the source, the IRS will care. Marcus paused. We file for divorce citing irreconcilable differences. Simultaneously file police report with your evidence. That starts criminal investigation. Then notify her employer about time card fraud and client theft. Her life collapses in 72 hours. Good. That prenup section 7, subsection C, if infidelity is proven, the unfaithful party forfeits all claims to marital assets, spousal support, property division. She gets only documented premarital assets. She gets nothing. Less than nothing. She'll owe restitution plus penalties. Lose her job. Destroyed reputation. Could do 2 to 4 years in prison. Monday morning, Marcus filed divorce papers. Sarah was served at her office. According to Rita's contact, Sarah went white, locked herself in the bathroom for 40 minutes. Monday afternoon, I filed police report with LAPD financial crimes. Detective Reyes reviewed my evidence binders and whistled. Most thoroughly documented spousal embezzlement I've seen. You've done our job for us. Monday evening, Marcus sent a letter to Sarah's employer documenting time card fraud and client theft conspiracy. Included email copies showing Sarah's plans. Tuesday morning, Sarah called 14 times before 9 a.m. Left voicemails progressing from confused to angry to desperate. We need to talk, we can work this out. What happened at the hospital was an accident, you can't destroy our marriage. The police called. What did you tell them? My boss suspended me. Did you do this? I saved every voicemail as evidence. Tuesday afternoon, Rita called. Sarah's employer terminated her immediately. Filing civil suit for time card fraud. Considering criminal charges for client theft. Tom Bradshaw got fired too, threatening to sue Sarah. Wednesday, Detective Reyes called. We interviewed Sarah. She denied everything initially. Before her lawyer arrived, she admitted on tape she'd opened the credit union account without your knowledge. You've got her. We've got her. DA's reviewing for formal charges. Wednesday afternoon, Sarah called from an unknown number. You've destroyed my life. No. You destroyed your own life. I documented it. I loved you. I made mistakes, but I loved you. You loved thinking I was poor enough that you felt superior. You loved someone you could manipulate and steal from. You didn't love me, you don't even know me. Please drop the charges. I'll pay back the money. Don't send me to prison. You stole $72,000 over 2 years. Forged my signature. Cheated with 4 men while playing devoted wife. Lied about your mother to steal $5,000 for surgery to impress your trainer. And you think please fixes that? Silence. Here's what happens: criminal charges, lost job, destroyed reputation, pay back every dollar plus penalties, get nothing in divorce because of the prenup you signed without reading. You learn actions have consequences. I hate you. You don't know me well enough to hate me. That's the whole point. Friday, the DA filed charges: felony embezzlement, identity fraud, time card fraud. Sarah's bail, $50,000. Her parents paid it. The divorce moved fast. Sarah tried fighting the prenup, claiming duress. Marcus demolished that with video of our prenup signing where Sarah laughed about how unnecessary it was, since we'll be together forever. 4 months later, divorce final. Sarah received $0. Ordered to pay $94,000 restitution plus $12,000 in court costs. Her criminal trial is next month. Her lawyers negotiating a plea: 3 years probation, restitution, community service, permanent felony record. Marcusjan sent me a letter apologizing. He believed Sarah was escaping an abusive marriage. He quit training, went back to school for therapy. I appreciated that. Tom Bradshaw sued Sarah for defamation after she told people he'd seduced her into the scheme. David the cardiologist called to commiserate. We met once. Nice guy. Dating someone honest now. I sold my patents last year for $8 million to a medical tech consortium. Negotiated continuing royalties, 3% of all licensing fees in perpetuity. I bought a nicer apartment. 2-bedroom, better light, parking space. Finally upgraded to a 2019 Civic after my old one hit 300,000 miles. Sarah's working retail now, living with her parents. Still posting about manifestation and toxic masculinity. Still not taking responsibility. But I think about my grandfather's voicemail and his lesson about character revealing itself when no one important is watching. Sarah thought she was watching a poor consultant who couldn't do better. She stole, lied, cheated, manipulated. When truth came out, she blamed me for tricking her instead of acknowledging what she'd done. I'm dating again. Slowly, carefully. I still don't lead with my bank account or patents. Still drive my sensible car, shop at normal stores, split appetizers. And when someone treats servers like garbage or talks about people with less money with contempt or lies about small things, I notice. Because character shows when no one important is watching. And I'm always watching now. 3 weeks ago, Sarah texted, "I'm sorry. You were right." I didn't respond. Some apologies come too late. But I saved the screenshot, filed it in a box labeled, Character Study, 2020 to 2024. Sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate or cinematic. It's letting people face natural consequences while you stand back with dignity intact. So what would you have done? Confronted her when you found the tube? Divorced quietly? Or done exactly what I did, watched, documented, waited for her to destroy herself? Drop a comment and tell me where you're from. I want to know if I'm the only one cold-blooded enough to play chess while everyone else plays checkers. If you've been betrayed by someone who thought you were beneath them, I see you. You're not alone. The quietest people often hold the most power. Underestimation is a gift, it gives you surprise when you finally show your cards. Character reveals itself when no one important is watching. I'm grateful I watched long enough to see the truth before it cost me more than money.